Morning, HD. Let me start off by asking you all a question. It's a pretty common question, and maybe you've heard it before. But this: if your house was in the path of a tornado and you had just minutes to retrieve something, what would you rush and potentially put yourself in harm's way to save? For me, I would probably rush in and grab what we call at our house the memory box. It's a really big Rubbermaid bin full of old pictures, drawings, and mementos, most of which are things from when my kids were small. These are all things that have the deepest value, but probably wouldn't have a lot of value or significance to anyone else. This is a picture one of my kids drew. It's not in a museum, and it probably doesn't have any genius of line or composition or color. And honestly, if anybody else had drawn it, I probably wouldn't care, probably chuck it. I mean, it's not a Rembrandt or a Picasso. These things all have sentimental value in the box that far exceeds their intrinsic worth. They're precious, not because of their perfection, but because of the relationships that they remind me of and reflect. I wonder if any of you has anything that has sentimental value, something that evokes a memory, something that no one else would care about, but something you treasure. Is there anything that you wouldn't want to part with? Or do you have anything that has a special place in your room or in your house? To me, I think this is what's kind of going on in the parable of the lost coin. It's a familiar parable, the second of the three lost parables, framed by the parable of the lost sheep and of the lost or prodigal son. Each of these parables emphasizes the reaction of the one who loses something or someone, and on their reaction when that thing or person is recovered. There are some interpretations of the parable of the lost coin which suggest that that coin isn't just some money, though, of course, the money itself would probably have a great deal of value and would have represented a huge loss to the woman. But instead, some suggest that the coin is part of the woman's dowry or some sort of commemorative coin representing some kind of important event in the woman's life. And these coins weren't for spending at all. They were woven into a scarf or shawl or headpiece that the woman would wear. And each coin would have some kind of significance. Kind of imagine something similar to a birthstone in a ring or something like that. So, this interpretation, when the woman loses her coin, she's not just upset about what she can't buy, she's upset because it has significance far beyond its value. It's personal, it's sentimental, it's relational. And wow, is she ever happy when that thing is found? I know that one of the hard things about this COVID time for teachers is that exact threat to relationship and how hard it is for staff to demonstrate how much your time and your work matters to us, and how hard it is for us to show you how much we value you for who you are. And I know there will be a lot of rejoicing when face-to-face on-site connections are restored. But even more than that, this passage gets to me because it's such an incredible affirmation and articulation of my own worth in God's eyes. Not because I am so awesome, but because of the relationship he craves with me. A relationship that he would and did go into harm's way to protect and preserve. I love the idea that I have sentimental value to God. At HDCH, so do all of you. As we head into the home stretch of the semester and as we continue to struggle with distance, I hope that this passage helps. That it doesn't matter who we are, what we do or don't do, what grades we get, or how we feel, we all have value to God, value worth sacrificing for. And that's true of all your classmates, your teachers, and you. Have a great weekend, HD.